Naguil my desire, 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 naguil my desire.
Throughout the long mystical history of humanity, there have been specific themes or esoteric truths, and they are the foundation stone of all major religions and traditions. At the heart of this vast body of wisdom is the cornerstone or the secret teaching. It's always preserved, protected, and hidden by those who would seek to usurp and subvert the human species. This is the teaching of what I call inner alchemy. It is the sacred marriage within. Now, since this topic is far too vast to cover in any sort of significant detail, I'm going to provide a basic overview and explain what I've come to realize is actually the most practical and worthwhile point of view, especially in our contemporary society. It is something that any sincere spiritual seeker can learn to absorb and integrate into his or her own direct experience. Divinity is often described as a triune aspect. It's male, female, and child. And every tradition illustrates this same pattern because it is the root, fundamental, basic truth of reality. It is the one infinite creator. These aspects, though described in various forms, are always and forever a singular, unified field, one that is conscious, intelligent, and creative. The human body is a direct reflection. It's a microcosm. And when you and I learn to appreciate the profound source of knowledge and harmony and energy that's inherent in the body, we too can begin to embrace and embody the sacred marriage of Shiva and Shakti, the divine Father, Mother, God, and Goddess, which in Hebrew is called Elohim. For those who are interested in eventually cultivating this kind of sacred marriage within themselves, or even with another, here are some practical insights, signposts, characteristics, qualities, clues on how to realize in a practical manner these esteemed, rarefied teachings. Because it doesn't matter what tradition we are drawn to, at the heart of each one is this same inner standing. It is the love play of the divine, masculine and feminine forces. These two are part of each one of us. They exist in various forms, vibrational patterns, mathematical sequences, glandular hormonal functions, heart and brain dynamics, as well as many more aspects that our scientists have probably not even begun to explore. In simple terms, each one of us is a unique combination of male and female polarity, yin and yang, light and dark. To balance these seeming polarities within oneself is the path of embracing the energy and harmony of love. For only love is real, and all else is but temporary risings and falling of light and shadow. At a primal conscious level, the masculine always seeks freedom. It is often referred to in Eastern thought as the state of emptiness. This emptiness is a state of peace, conflict-free, no duality. And it is the highest form of what is known as ego death, because it is the realization that there never was any constraint or bondage, only unity, only oneness. A strong masculine divine Shiva force seeks to achieve this level of awareness. That is his highest goal. It is a state of release from bondage, floating in bliss or ecstasy, expansion, transcendence, spaciousness. It is a quality of being free from all sense of separation. However, the unstable form of the masculine tries to duplicate or mimic this. He does this by setting up drama, entering into conflict, and therefore trying to escape. In many ways, this is what the master illusionist Harry Houdini was doing. But it's also portrayed very clearly in action movies or James Bond thrillers, where the hero falls into conflict and then escapes through strength, violence, or even sheer luck. The feminine, on the other hand, is represented as stable and unstable as well. The feminine Shakti seeks love above all else. She desires a continuous sense of fullness. She wants to expand and increase the experience of love. She seeks this by filling herself. This is why many women want to nest. Intuitively, they gather possessions, seek wealth and friends. They tend to be more oriented toward social and family connections, because this is the expression of Shakti power. At the highest and most stable form, this is realized through complete devotion to unity consciousness and to oneness. On an unstable level, this dynamic urge manifests in attempts to become filled, mostly from materialism or wealth or things outside herself, children, grandchildren, possessions, power. The masculine seeks to empty himself, while the feminine seeks to fill herself. This is the yang-yin play, of the divine creator. So now let's cover these aspects of Shiva, the strong masculine, and Shakti, the strong feminine. And we will contrast that with the weak masculine and the weak feminine. On the side of light, the strong masculine seeks ego death, and he does it through meditation and release of ego. He surrenders his personal will and he empties himself into God. He's drawn towards philosophy, consciousness growth, personal fitness, ravishment with love and pure passion, even philosophical debate. The strong feminine Shakti, who is stable, she seeks a form of ego death by pure devotion to God, openness to love, compassion, trust, devotion. She fills herself from within. She seeks nurturing groups like uplifting churches, practicing yoga, dance. She has an appreciation for beauty and art. She seeks loving connections and nourishing conversation. The weak masculine, which is dark and unstable, he seeks his ego death through activism and fighting for rights and protesting. He does it through a preoccupation with sex, like masturbation and pornography, financial challenges, money addiction, investment, taking risks. He's obsessed with games like cards, chess, gambling, competition in sports, aggression, war, control, manipulation, an obsession with weapons, and even rape, violence, and abuse. The weak feminine, who is unstable and dark, she fills herself through relationship dynamics, focused on family and children and friendship and having affairs and adventures and travel and romance novels, soap operas. She has an obsession with security, collecting and hoarding, or food addiction, and alcohol and drugs, television obsession, female feminine wildness, rage and anger, and she falls even darker into prostitution, stripping, manipulating others with sex, and also embodying the dark goddess Kali through abuse, which is a dark form of love. So now we can see that the higher we are towards the strong masculine or the strong feminine is a path of meditation, devotion to God, and service, and inner growth through learning and study, and through holy relationships, sacred connections. This is the path of the saints and sages of the times in the past. And it is that which we as a human species must embrace again. Peace be with you.